Something unimaginable just happened in Africa and the world wasn't prepared. No press parade, no applause, just a quiet government notice that thundered louder than any speech. Burkina Faso reportedly increased salaries for ordinary civil servants by 50% and reduced salaries for ministers, MPs, and top officials by 30%. In a continent where power usually rises above the people, one leader asked a dangerous question. If we serve the people, why should we live beyond them? Africa's problem was never the lack of ideas. It was the abundance of people paid to stop them. For decades, progress meant waiting, for loans, for approval, for foreign saviors who never came. But suddenly, a nation once mocked for poverty is rewriting the rules, without permission. This wasn't a stunt. It was a signal, a warning shot to every elite class built on distance from the ordinary African. Leadership, here, begins with sacrifice, not entitlement. And the ripple began instantly. If the top can give up comfort, what excuse remains for the rest? Officials who once hid behind polished desks now face the same market prices, the same inflation, the same daily grind as the people they govern. A quiet revolution, not in slogans but in standards. Western analysts call it populism, but the streets call it justice. Because you cannot demand discipline from a hungry nation while feasting at the top. You cannot preach sacrifice from a seat of comfort. And you cannot build a future for the people while living above them. Then came the real shock. This reform wasn't alone. Education reform, youth programs, agricultural machines rolling into villages, industrial plans rising from the dust. Piece by piece, a blueprint is emerging, not for survival but for sovereignty. Not to imitate the world, but to force the world to answer a new question. What happens when Africa stops waiting and starts building? The old Africa bowed for approval. The new Africa demands results. This isn't charity. It's a correction. It's awakening. And now the continent watches. If one small nation can rise without permission, what excuse remains for those still kneeling? Africa is done asking for freedom. Now I am earning it.